Urban Local Administration in India. Municipal Administration. In this video, we will see the brief details about how our system existed before the introduction of the 73rd and the 74th Amendments to the Constitution of India, and a brief overview of the Panchayat Raj system in India, and what are the committees appointed and that struggled and finally brought the 73rd Amendment to our Constitution. Before we go further, please do subscribe to Pathshala. Also click the bell icon so that you will be notified every time a new video is posted. Let's look into the urban local administration in India. Decentralization of power, which means the division of power ensures the democratic polity. When the political system is decentralized to the local levels, there is more chance of the grassroots democracy being a success. With the local self government in place, the burden on higher levels of administration will be lesser. The local rural areas have an institution such as Grama Panchayats, Panchayat Samitis, and Jilla Parishads. The 73rd and the 74th Amendments 1993 are the enactments with regard to the Nagar and village Panchayat institutions. 73rd Amendments deals with rural administration and Panchayat Raj institutions, while the 74th Amendment deals with the urban administration. Now let's briefly see about what was the situation before the 73rd and 74th Amendments were passed in our country. During the British colonial period, towns and cities were developed, and the first municipal corporation was created in Madras in the year 1688, followed by Calcutta in 1772 and Bombay in 1793. And the number of municipal corporations rose rapidly in independent in India. In 1986, the number of municipal corporations in India is 68. Though the number of towns in the country increased, most of the population lived in villages, that is around 80%. Corporations, municipalities, town area communities, notified area communities, cantonment boards are the other urban local institutions in India. Now let's see about the structure of municipal corporation before the Panchayat Raj system in India. The municipal corporation is headed by the elected mayor, while the administration of the city is carried on by an elected council. The councillors are elected by the people for a particular period. The council elects the mayor and the deputy mayor. The mayor is the ceremonial head of the council and is the first citizen of the city. The general council makes the laws, bylaws, passes the budget, appoints committees, and supervises the functioning of various departments of the corporation. The municipal commissioner, as the chief executive officer of the corporation, who is appointed by the state government, usually supervises the administrative work. The municipal corporation relates to functions such as public health, education, construction and maintenance of waterworks and sewerage, streets and bridges, parks, recreation grounds, markets, shopping centers, and for doing other things by which the corporations can raise taxes as well as property tax and others. Going into the municipalities. Till now we learned briefly about the municipal corporation. So now let's see about the municipalities. The municipality is established in smaller towns through the acts of the state government. They are set up for smaller areas and for smaller populations, and they have lesser sources of revenue. Like the municipal corporation, municipalities have three authorities. They include council and its committees, chairman or the president of the council, and the chief executive officer or the chief municipal officer. The members of the council are elected by the voters on the basis of universal adult franchise for a period which is between 3 and 5 years. The municipal council decides its uses such as policy matters, prepares the budget, imposes taxes, makes rules and regulations, laws and bylaws. The chairman of the council is the ceremonial head and performs the functions of the presiding officer. The municipalities have to do almost the same functions as the corporation, such as the public health and public sanitation, education, especially of the primary level, public utility works, water and electric supply, maintenance of roads, streets, parks, sewerage systems. Most of their expenses are made by imposing taxes and by receiving grants from the state and the central government. This is a short note about the municipal corporations and the municipalities. Now let's get into the crucial topic, the Panchayat Raj system. Before we actually learn about the Panchayat Raj institutions, let's see the where and how it all started. Here we go. Historical overview of the Panchayat Raj system in India. The Panchayat Raj means the system of local self-government in India, which was introduced by constitutional amendment in 1992. This was done after conducting a study by a number of Indian committees on different ways of implementing decentralized administration. Panchayats are the functional institutions of grassroots governance in villages, which means that the panchayats are the foundations for the village governance. These panchayats use it to distribute land among the farmers and collect revenue, especially during the time of British rule. During the British period, the village independence gave way to feudalism and zamindari system, leading to the ill treatment of farmers, rural poverty, unemployment, and backwardness. So, with this, the panchayats lost their glory during the British rule, which was attempted by Gandhi to give back the villagers their previous good. Gandhi's attempt was Grama Swaraj. During the drafting of the constitution, in the directive principles of state policy, under Article 40, the constitution provided for the state's efforts to organize the village panchayats as units of self-government. Though the complete Part 4 dealing with the directive principles of state policy was made non-justiciable, that means the directive principles of the state policy shall not be enforceable by any court. But the principle included in the Part 4 are fundamental in the governance of the country, and it is a duty of the country to consider these principles while making laws. Article 40, as stated in the Constitution of India 1949, it is read as Organization of Village Panchayats. The state shall take steps to organize village panchayats and endow them with such powers and authority as may be necessary to enable them to function as units of self-government. So let's get back to the topic Panchayat Raj. Panchayat Raj as an institution has gone through numerous stages. The first 5-year plan failed to bring about active participation of the people in the planning process. The second 5-year plan thought to cover the entire countryside with National Extension Service blocks through officials and locally elected people. But this too failed to attain the desired results relating to grassroots democracy. Now let's move on to the various committees that work towards the Panchayat Raj. First, let's see the list of committees, which include Balwant Rai Mehta Committee, K. Santanam Committee, Ashok Mehta Committee, G.V.K. Rao Committee, and L.M. Singhvi Committee. Balwant Rai Mehta Committee was formed in 1957, which studied the community development projects and the National Extension Service. This committee thought that the community development would be possible if the village was involved in planning, decision making, and implementation. Even after following the Balwant Rai Mehta's committee's suggestions, there was no expected rural development, but the structure of Panchayat Raj institutions was developed. The major factors that resulted in these negative results were the political and bureaucratic interference by the state, lack of adequate financial resources, unresponsiveness at the rural level, domination of the rural superior group. Then the K. Santanam Committee was appointed in 1963 to give the details of the Panchayat Raj institution's finances. This committee recommended that panchayats should have special powers to impose taxes on land revenues and home taxes, and people should not be burdened with too many taxes and other things. All these issues had been taken up by the state finance commissions to determine the sharing and assigning and determining the level of grants to local authorities. The Janata Party in 1978 appointed a high-level committee under the chairmanship of Ashok Mehta to examine the measures to strengthen Panchayat Raj institutions. The committee recommended that the Panchayat Raj institutions has a two-tier system with Mandal Panchayat at the base and the Jilla Parishad at the top, and the Panchayat Raj institutions are capable of planning for themselves with the resources available to them, while the district planning should be taken care of the urban rural continuum. It also suggested a 4-year term of Panchayat Raj institutions. The states of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and West Bengal passed new legislation based on the reports of the Ashok Mehta Committee. However, the continuous change in politics and the state level did not allow these institutions to develop their own political dynamics. Next comes the GVK Rao Committee, which was appointed in 1985 to look at the various aspects of the Panchayat Raj institutions once again. This committee felt that a total view of rural development must be taken, in which the Panchayat Raj institutions must play a central role in handling people's problems. In 1986, L.M. Singhvi Committee studied the Panchayat Raj system in India. The Grama Sabha was considered as the base of a decentralized democracy, and the Panchayat Raj institutions were viewed as institutions of self governance which would actually facilitate the participation of people in the process of planning and development. This committee recommended that the local self government should be constitutionally recognized, protected, and preserved by the inclusion of a new chapter in the Constitution and non involvement of political parties in the panchayat elections, which means that the panchayat system should be free from political influence. This suggestion of giving panchayat constitutional status was opposed by Sarkaria Commission, but this idea was supported by the late Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi in the late 1980s, who introduced the 64th Constitutional Amendment Bill in 1989. The 64th Constitutional Amendment Bill was prepared and introduced in the lower house of the Parliament, but it got defeated in the Rajya Sabha as it was not so convincing. Rajiv Gandhi lost the general elections at that time. In 1989, the National Front government introduced the 74th Constitutional Amendment Bill, which could not become an act because of the dissolution of the 9th Lok Sabha. So, this is all about the historical overview of the urban local administration and Panchayat Raj system in India. In the later videos, we will learn about more new topics. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, do like and share. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, post your valuable feedback in the comment section. Thank you. Have a great time.